FIFA's attempt to suppress certain brands from the World Cup has backfired in a major way. And it's a story that's been unfolding in real time. The world's most prestigious soccer tournament has always been a platform for big brands to showcase themselves. But this time around, some of them have been banned from participating. The banned brands, however, have managed to stay in the spotlight, and their absence has become the story. It's a tale of how trying to suppress something can often make it more visible. And FIFA is learning this the hard way. The banned brands have been using social media and other channels to make their presence felt. And it's working. They're getting more attention than they would have if they were allowed to participate in the World Cup. The question on everyone's mind is, how did this happen? And what does it mean for the future of the World Cup and its sponsors? To understand how we got here, let's take a step back and look at the history of the World Cup and its sponsors. The World Cup has always been a massive platform for brands to reach a global audience. And FIFA has always been selective about who it allows to participate. However, in recent years, there's been a shift in the way FIFA approaches its sponsors. With the rise of social media, brands have found new ways to reach their audience. And FIFA has had to adapt. The organization has implemented stricter rules and regulations for its sponsors. And this has led to some brands being banned from participating. But what's interesting is that these banned brands have found ways to work around the system. They're using social media influencers, content creators, and other channels to get their message across. It's a cat and mouse game between FIFA and the banned brands. And it's fascinating to watch. The context of the World Cup and its sponsors is complex. And it's essential to understand the history and the current landscape to appreciate the story of the banned brands. So, how did we get to this point? The build-up to the World Cup was marked by a series of events that set the stage for the banned brands to take center stage. It started with FIFA's announcement of its sponsors for the tournament. Some big brands were missing from the list. And it was clear that FIFA was taking a tough stance on who it allowed to participate. The banned brands were quick to respond. And they started using social media to make their presence felt. They created content that was World Cup themed, but didn't directly reference the tournament. It was a clever move. And it allowed them to stay in the spotlight without violating FIFA's rules. As the tournament approached, the banned brands continued to push the boundaries. They partnered with influencers and content creators to promote their products. And it was clear that they were determined to make their presence felt. The build-up to the World Cup was marked by a sense of anticipation and excitement. And the banned brands were at the center of it all. The peak moment of the story came when one of the banned brands launched a massive social media campaign during the World Cup. The campaign was cleverly designed to coincide with the tournament's schedule. And it featured some of the biggest names in soccer. The campaign was a huge success. And it generated massive buzz on social media. People were talking about the banned brand. And it was clear that FIFA's attempt to suppress them had backfired. The campaign was cinematic in its scope, with high-quality visuals and a compelling narrative. It was clear that the banned brand had invested heavily in the campaign, and it was paying off. The peak moment of the story was a defining moment in the history of the World Cup and its sponsors. It marked a shift in the way brands approach the tournament. And it raised questions about the role of sponsors in the World Cup. But what was happening behind the scenes? How did the banned brands manage to pull off such a massive campaign? And what was FIFA's response? According to insiders, the banned brands had been planning their campaign for months. They had identified the loopholes in FIFA's rules and had found ways to work around them. The campaign was carefully designed to comply with FIFA's regulations. but it was clear that the banned brands were pushing the boundaries. FIFA, on the other hand, was caught off guard. The organization had underestimated the banned brand's ability to adapt and respond, and it was struggling to keep up. The behind-the-scenes story is one of cat and mouse, with the banned brands and FIFA engaging in a game of wits. It's a fascinating story that reveals the complexities of the World Cup and its sponsors. So, how did the world respond to the banned brands campaign? The reaction was mixed, with some people praising the banned brands' creativity and others criticizing them for violating FIFA's rules. The media was quick to pick up the story, and it generated a lot of buzz. Fans were divided, with some supporting the banned brands and others supporting FIFA. The reaction was intense, with many people taking to social media to express their opinions. The story was covered by major news outlets, and it was clear that it had become a major talking point. The reaction to the banned brands campaign was a reflection of the complex and often conflicting views that people have about the World Cup and its sponsors. From a tactical and statistical perspective, the banned brands campaign was a masterclass in creativity and adaptability. The campaign generated massive engagement on social media, with millions of people interacting with the content. The banned brands website saw a significant increase in traffic, and their sales figures were impressive. The campaign was a testament to the power of social media and the importance of adaptability in marketing. The statistics are impressive, with the banned brands campaign generating more buzz than some of the official sponsors. The tactical breakdown of the campaign reveals a clever and well-planned strategy that paid off in a big way. The banned brands' ability to analyze the data and adjust their strategy in real time was key to their success. So, what does this mean for the wider world of soccer and the World Cup? The story of the banned brands has significant implications for the future of the tournament and its sponsors. It raises questions about the role of sponsors in the World Cup and the rules that govern their participation. The story also highlights the importance of adaptability and creativity in marketing, and it shows that even the biggest brands can be challenged by smaller, more agile competitors. The wider impact of the story is that it marks a shift in the way brands approach the World Cup, and it raises the bar for creativity and innovation in marketing. The World Cup is a global platform, and the story of the banned brands has been watched by millions of people around the world. So, how will this story be remembered? And what's the verdict on the banned brands campaign? The legacy of the story is that it marks a turning point in the way brands approach the World Cup. It shows that even the biggest brands can be challenged by smaller, more agile competitors. And it raises the bar for creativity and innovation in marketing. The verdict is that the banned brands campaign was a success, and it achieved its goals of generating buzz and driving sales. The campaign was a masterclass in creativity and adaptability, and it will be remembered as one of the most impressive marketing campaigns in recent history. The banned brands' ability to think outside the box and push the boundaries of what's possible has set a new standard for marketing in the World Cup. So, what's next for the World Cup and its sponsors? The story of the banned brands is a reminder that the world of soccer is always evolving, and that even the biggest brands can be challenged by smaller, more agile competitors. If you want to stay up to date with the latest news and analysis from the world of soccer, be sure to like and subscribe to our channel. We'll be bringing you in-depth analysis and commentary on the World Cup and its sponsors, as well as the latest news and updates from the world of soccer. Don't forget to hit the notification bell, so you can stay ahead of the game. The World Cup is a global platform, and we're excited to be a part of it. Join the conversation and let us know what you think about the story of the banned brands.